What's up, guys? Welcome back to another K-pop news video. And I know that I do these infrequently, and I have said plenty of times in the past over the course of the year so far that I'm going to start doing these more, and then I have apparently been a liar all those times. But I want to say that this time is going to be the time, but I also don't, because I don't even know. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to do this more frequently. And, like I kind of do with my music video reactions and my coverage of, new K-pop releases and album reviews and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think about these news stories here. So it's gonna be a way for you guys to stay up to date with some K-pop news that you may or may not have heard, and you're also going to get my thoughts on the issue as well. So if that right there is something that you're interested in hearing a little bit from, as of course my music reviews and reactions and all this other stuff too, then please consider clicking the subscribe button down below the screen here, so that you can hear what I've got to say in the future. So with that being said, let's get into the topic at hand, and that is that it is rumored, fans are concerned, they do believe that Choa of AoA could be leaving the group at some point in the future. Of course, it's not like an official announcement from FNC Entertainment about that, because apparently, I mean, it may or may not actually be a thing. Who knows? All we do have is some evidence, which, on its own is like, it doesn't really make any, that doesn't really mean anything, guys, just relax. But you put it all together, it's like plenty of people have gone down this road before. We've seen how it started with other members leaving groups previously, just, unannounced, or, people where the fans kind of like put it together and, and they figured it out. And also, I mean, like the fans, the people on the internet, netizens, K-netizens, whoever, they tend to be pretty good detectives, 50% of the time. So I don't want to give them too much credit, because they're also really horrible. But it seems right now to be kind of compelling, and I don't really want her to be leaving the group, because we'll talk about that in later. But it at the moment it seems to me pretty convincing. So what exactly is the evidence? It's all been gathered and it's been put into an all K-pop article, which is where I got this from, and which was where I have got my information. So just keep that in mind. I guess if you don't like them, you don't trust them, that's cool. But first off, which is probably one of the big things here, is that she was not present for one of their most recent promotion activities, where I guess they were at some events to perform. Oh, I don't think it was in Korea. I don't remember exactly. My script, I lost it, so I don't know exactly. But she was not there for some unknown reason. Like, there was no reason necessarily for her to not be there, as far as anybody knows, and FNC didn't say anything about it. So people are a little concerned and worried about that. So that kind of makes sense. That's kind of one of the big things that happens when members end up leaving a group, is they stop participating in group activities, in the months or however long leading up to the announcement being made official. So that's pretty concerning right there. The second thing, which I think is also really kind of concerning, is that her links to, I guess, her social media, her Instagram, stuff like that, have been deleted off of their fan cafe. So that's kind of a thing. Because again, that's also a thing that's happened in the past, is where, now the group starts basically erasing all ties to this person before they've actually made any announcements. And so that's kind of a pretty good indicator that things are going to happen. Or when it goes the other way and idols start disassociating themselves from the group and the company that they're a part of, and that's a pretty good indicator that they're getting ready to leave. And then there's the other thing, which I'm not really big on saying that this actually has a meaning. I think it's kind of reading into it a little bit too much. But there are all of the members posting stuff on Instagram, or a couple members who have posts on Instagram recently who are quoting, some lines from some of IU's songs off of her recent album or whatever, which are kind of maybe possibly, depending on the way that you read it, hint at some issues that are going on. But me being simple and not really wanting to read too much into that kind of stuff, I'm just saying, like, these are kind of quotes that possibly resonated with them for whatever reason we cannot know, and they kind of wanted to share them. Although, granted, the reason that they possibly resonated is because there is some sort of conflict or something that is going on with Choa regarding, or with her and FNC and AoA or whatever. So that's kind of a thing. So it's kind of a thing to keep an eye on. Of course, I haven't seen any updates to that yet because I've been at work, so I have no idea what else has happened since I saw this last night. But it's kind of a thing. It would be really, really bad for AoA. And this is going to be the point here now where I kind of like share what I think, hopefully really quickly, but who knows? I tend to talk a lot. But I think that if Choa were to leave AoA, it would be the beginning of the end for the group. Like, she is, you could argue, I mean, it would be a very, very fierce debate on who is the top vocal in that group. But I would definitely say that Choa is one or two, whichever way you want to argue it. And, having her leave the group would be, I think, disastrous. Not only is she one of the most strongest vocals and, really has a really big impact on the overall general sound of the group, but she's like probably one of the most popular members as well. She's definitely up there. Like, she's got the vocal talent, that other members don't really have, or the vocal quality, or whatever you want to say, that other members don't have. And she's also really astoundingly popular as well. So for the group to lose her, I do not see a way that it could end well for them as a group. I don't see how it would be good. But, of course, that's just the way that I think. And, I personally, even though I haven't been a big fan of AoA over the last couple of years, up until their last release. No, I don't remember. Their last release was good, but it was kind of disappointing at the same time. Good Luck was good, very, very good. I like that one a lot more. But, I just have kind of, I was a fan of AoA like way back in the day, but I've kind of fallen out of love with the group. And, I just don't see AoA being the same group naturally, or being anywhere near, what they were, when she was a member of the group, if she actually did end up leaving. And it would be really, really bad. I think it would be disaster for the group. So that's what I think. That is the evidence that I have seen presented, like I said, in this All K-Pop article. And like I said, if Choa ends up leaving the group, it would be horrible for AoA. It's gonna basically mark the moment that caused the group to disband, if it actually does happen, I think. So, that's really all that is really all that I have got to say on this subject here. So an interesting kind of subject, or an interesting question for you guys, because somebody brought this up in a question in a video that I kind of recently that I uploaded. I think it was maybe about Crayon Pop disbanding, whatever, where they were like, why doesn't the company go and try and pick up some of the other idols from groups that have disbanded or who have left and stuff like that, who could do a good job of filling a hole in a group? So the question that I have got for you guys is, if Choa were to actually leave AoA, right? What idol whether they were solo, whether they left the group or the group disbanded altogether, what former K-pop idol would you think would be a good fit or a decent fit for the group, who could bring something similar, or at least maintain something like that AoA sound, right? I'm really kind of interested, because I don't have any ideas. I don't really know anybody that well on an individual basis, but I'm sure that there are people out there who do. Actually, I know that there are people out there who do. So let me know who you think could be a good replacement for Choa if she actually does leave AoA, and that you think FNC should consider replacing her with. It's going to be an interesting question. I think it could be an interesting discussion as well. So leave your thoughts and your answers to that question down below, along with just whatever you think about this topic in general. Like, what you think about her leaving, if it's good or bad, drop it down in the comments below. We're all about having some friendly discussion here on the topics that I am covering, whether it's news, new music, indie, whatever. If that is something that you're interested in becoming a part of, if that is a community that you would like to join, then please consider clicking the subscribe button right down there so you can join the community, of course, and become a part of the discussion at some point in the future. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.